just beaten but broken. You see, Jermell Charlo wasn't just a boxer. He was a predator in silk gloves. A man whose opponents look at him and feel a primal fear. We're going to unravel that story, the one that leads to him standing alone, with every single championship belt around his waist. You might think you know boxing. You might think you've seen power. But you haven't seen anything until you've seen the methodical dismantling, the sheer, unadulterated will of Jermell, Iron Man, Charlo. This is his journey. Born just 60 seconds apart, Jermell and his identical twin brother, Jermall, arrived on May 19, 1990 in Lafayette, Louisiana. They were two peas in a pod, sharing everything, from their looks to their destiny. Soon after, their family settled in Houston, Texas. And at just 8 years old, their father, Kevin, a former amateur boxer himself, steered them towards a path less traveled. Not a playground, not a football field, but the gritty, unforgiving world of a boxing gym. It just kept us disciplined, Jermell would later say. You know, we stayed in the gym. We knew that on summers, everybody was getting ready to hang out, going to parties and doing that. But we have to stay in the gym, stay training. Imagine that. While other kids chased summer breaks and freedom, these two young boys were locked in. Day after day. Sweat pouring. Muscles aching. A relentless focus that would define their lives. By the age of 15, Jermell had already tasted victory on a national stage, snagging a bronze medal at the 2005 Junior Olympics. His amateur career wrapped up with an impressive 56 wins against just 8 losses. But it was in Houston, at the Savannah Boxing Club, under the watchful eye of Ronnie Shields, a man who had molded legends like Vernon Forrest and Evander Holyfield, that their true potential began to blossom. Shields saw something special. He saw the hunger, the unwavering dedication. They asked me would I train them, Shields recalled. I said, you know what? When you guys get old enough and ready to train professional, then call me. And they did. Fresh out of high school, at just 17, Jermell turned professional. He started small, fighting in the local venues around Houston. But even then, the signs were there. A smooth, fluid movement, sound defense, sharp boxing fundamentals. It was a potent combination that started him on a steady climb. He had a way of getting inside, of working on the inside. And then, suddenly, out of nowhere, a big shot. A mouthpiece flying out. The referee stepping in. You could already see the cold-blooded finisher emerging. Golden Boy Promotions signed him young. They moved fast. Jermell found himself on major fight cards, sometimes before his record truly reflected the exposure. At 21, he stepped into his first 10-round fight and blasted his opponent out in the third. He was learning. He was adapting. Then came Harry York, a 36-year-old veteran. He absorbed a systematic beating. You could see Jermell making the adjustments. Fast hands, heavy power, all on display. Jose Angel Rodriguez was next. Another clinical finish closed out the year. You saw that right hand. It found the jaw. It sent Rodriguez into big-time trouble. He was caught. The uppercut, the left hand, the right hand. Rodriguez was in deep water. Would he finally get him out of there? Rodriguez was just covering up, pushed towards the ropes. 22 wins, 11 knockouts. By 23, Jermell Charlo was making serious noise. Next up was Gabriel Rosado, a name that was synonymous with testing prospects. A true gatekeeper of the era. Rosado, true to form, pressed forward, hunting for a brawl. But Jermell refused the invitation. He stayed patient, boxing from a distance. A nice right hand, a counter right. Rosado lunged forward again and again. And he paid for it. Jermell, 23 wins. Rosado's recklessness was in his blood. 2 fighters at 154 pounds. And Jermell made him pay with a mean left hook. Just past the midway point of the 6th round. A right hand behind the bloodied and bruised face. Rosado kept eating shots he had no answer for. It was a statement performance from a rising prospect. Who's a better fighter? Someone asked. He's a better fighter, came the reply. I feel like he's a better fighter. Why do you guys real quick to say he's a better fighter? He's a better fighter because if he's better than me, it makes me push harder. That was the dynamic between the twins. A constant, unspoken push to be the absolute best. Fall of 2015 brought a seismic shift. Both brothers signed with premier boxing champions. Big brother Jermell broke the deadlock first, an emphatic knockout of Cornelius Bundridge, bringing the family its first world title. And Jermell, you know, he's the champ. I'm next. We the best. And we going to come and show. We going to do it over 154 as always. The division. It's on. Just 6 weeks later, Jermell was back in action against Vanes Martirosyan. You know, speaking of Halloween, Todd, I love the outfit. A lot of times the ones that damage, but you know, another good right shot. Jermell wasn't hiding his ambitions. The WBC belt was the target, and John Jackson stood as the final obstacle. Not that I'm going to stop this fight. Taking care of his fighter. This might be the time. This might be the one. A ferocious uppercut in the sixth blew Jackson off his feet. 5-6. That was a good shot. Followed by another good shot before it turned into a full-on execution. The corner had halted proceedings. Jermell, Iron Man Charlo. When a fighter changes coaches, it's not easy. I know right there. It was a major change. Hands up high. Stay low. Stay tight. With the most important fight of his career ahead, Jermell made a bold move. He hired Derek James. He moved out from under his brother's shadow. And in our training, James explained, we're concentrating on things like explosion. I'm known as a boxer, a mover. I would like to be more recognized as a puncher. Charlo finally got his shot at the vacant WBC light middleweight title. John Jackson, the son of two-division champion Julian Jackson, stood across the ring, 20-2. Jackson's plan was simple: stick and move, never let Charlo find his rhythm, and do not coast. And they exchange. Coming forward is John Jackson. He is sticking. He is applying the pressure. Jackson was winning the distance battle. And Charlo, uncharacteristically, had no answer. Jermell Charlo, an uppercut, but going to the body. The uppercut missed by John. You cannot wait. And that was the Iron Man's artillery starting to land. And Jackson began to slow his thought process. And now he's coming out hard and he throws. Then in the eighth, Charlo unleashed. A nice right hand that caught. Oh, and it's done. John Jackson. And Jackson is out. And this one is over. Oh my. A pulverizing shot sent Jackson into another dimension. Jermell and Jermell Charlo became the first brothers to win world titles in the same weight division. The ambition was clear. The big fights were the goal. Charlo, who's your dream fight? The interviewer asked. You guys want a Canelo match? Jermell responded. Yeah, we want the Canelo matchup. The Gins. We've been wanting Cinnamon. We've been wanting Cinnamon for a long time. We've been wanting Triple G. We want all of them guys. He made his first title defense against mandatory challenger Charles Hatley, a durable veteran sporting a 26-1 record. Champion against number one. Here we go. Hatley got a taste of Charlo's power right from the start. Good shot by Charlo. In the third, Charlo dropped him with a textbook combination. Just got nailed and down he goes. Caught in between and drops it. 6 first defense. And again he gets to Hatley. Opening up here. Good right hand. Hatley covering up. A huge right hand. That's it right away. A nuclear right hand ended the night in the 6th. Hatley crashing face first to the canvas. 6 months later, undefeated prospect Erickson Lubin stepped up. 18-0 with 13 knockouts. 13 KOs. The bell and won the champion. Lubin's night ended almost as soon as it started. Another right landed picture perfect. 11 of his number. Within impact, Lubin's circuit had evaporated, his legs giving out beneath him. With 2 successful defenses behind him, Charlo faced a trickier test. Former champion Austin Trout. Trout was a battle-tested veteran who'd gone the distance with Cotto and Canelo, surviving the infamous chicken dance along the way. And this felt like his last shot at gold. He wasn't used to balance. In the third, Charlo let the sledgehammers fly, flooring the veteran. Bang! Down goes Austin with a big shot from Charlo. Still, Trout held his ground, using every veteran trick to stay in the fight. In the 9th, Iron Man found the target again. A sneaking left had Trout down. Oh my goodness. That was a thunderous knock. The rest of the fight belonged to Charlo. Trout was simply out of answers. That found its mark. And now Charlo moving forward. But he got clipped by Trout. Charlo cruised to a dominant win, gearing up for a mega fight with the best contenders. Then came Tony Harrison. A fight that, in retrospect, feels like a pivotal moment. A fight that tested not just Charlo's skills, but his resolve. The world wanted to see a unification between Jermell and Jermell. But fate had other plans. A coin flip decided the order, and Jermell's bout with Tony Harrison landed beneath his brother's main event. Standing between Charlo and a Jermell unification was the Detroit sharpshooter, a 28-2 former title challenger, still hunting for his breakthrough moment. The world wants to see unification between him and Jermell, one commentator noted. And for him to take a fight of this magnitude, knowing I could throw a monkey wrench in that, it just commends him as a true champion that he is, and the team that's around him. Jermell lost a coin flip to determine who would fight first. Iron Man came out aggressive, looking to land the hammer early in his hometown of Detroit. Either one of these guys see like, right there, right hand over the top. And Tony Harrison. But Harrison stayed composed. He weathered the storm. Known for his slick boxing, Harrison found his jab and used it to kill Charlo's rhythm. The hand jab and good body work. There you go. There you go. Reciprocate with combinations like that. Keep his hands up where he is. In the 5th, Harrison timed him perfectly with a clean right hand that had Charlo momentarily stunned. Actually stunned for a second. Undeterred, Charlo responded in kind, landing a sharp right to even into a real battle, with neither man able to pull away. Shot says Toronto, you know, again. If Harrison now he's starting to do the right thing. The WBC Super Welterweight champion. This type of situation of Jermell Heard were in the ring right now. Locked horns in a tense duel. Both fighters tested each other's chins. And it eventually makes it work. So when a guy moves that well like here, Charlo surged in the championship rounds, hunting for the separation this fight demanded. Oh, big by Charlo. Harrison up against the ropes. Statistically, Charlo outlanded Harrison 160 to 128. Yet it was Harrison's superior 34% accuracy that may have swayed the judges. And the new WBC Super. When the scorecards were read, the nod went to Harrison in a decision many disputed. I mopped the floor with somebody like him any given day. I mopped, shut up. The raw emotion. The injustice felt. This wasn't just a loss, it was a perceived robbery. The rematch was in motion almost immediately. And 1 year after their first meeting, Harrison and Charlo were finally ready to run it back. You think I care about what him and his team tell him? Like, oh, they probably was catering to him too, 'cause he a sucker. So they had to cater to him like, oh Jay, they cheated you. They robbed you. I won the bell. It was Iron Man's aggression that drew first blood. Oh no. Charlo's Harrison down. Charlo's winging shots had Harrison on the canvas. Fight. A clean left hand buckled Rosario's legs on the spot. In round 8, Charlo finished it. Round 8. This one scheduled for 12. And down goes Rosario for the 3rd time in the fight. Charlo setting down and forward, missing with a lot of the right hand that Mo talked about. And there's another right hook to the 10th. But unlike the first fight, Jermell, Iron Man, Charlo had become the undisputed champion of the junior middleweight division. This legacy, man, This is something that is legendary. I'm a legend. 'Cause I'm ready for whatever. I'm a mother lion. I'm a lion. Canelo Alvarez. I don't know what animal I need to say to be a lion, but whatever. I'm that animal. It was 16 months before Jermell was back in action. But the wait had its reward. A shot at superstar Canelo Alvarez opened up after big brother Jermell's offering troubles cost him his chance. So the bout went to little brother Jermell, jumping up 2 full-weight divisions. Charlo now had the chance to challenge Canelo for all 4 belts. All times touch gloves. Good luck. Let's go. The bell and we are underway. Charlo's corner had won and got more stories of grit, determination, and unexpected triumphs coming your way. And let us know in the comments below, who's your all-time favorite undisputed champion?